fear is surrounding, your love guarding me. Goodness and mercy have never forsaken me. Oh, you've gone before me, you've scattered my enemies. I will rest in the hope of your promise. You are good and your love, it will never change. No, you never change. I am found in the midst of your presence, where your grace will pursue me for all my days. For all my days. Covered by your shadow, in your arms I am free. Won't worry about tomorrow, your light is leading me. Goodness and mercy have never forsaken me. You've gone before me, you scattered my enemies. Oh, yeah. I will rest in the hope of your promise. You are good and your love, it will never change. No, you never change. I am found in the midst of your presence, where your grace will pursue me for all my days. For all my days. Because of who you are, because of what you've done, death has lost its grip on me. I won't fear the night. You have brought me life. By your blood I am redeemed. Because of who you are,
It is always so much fun worshiping with you guys. This week, we are starting part 2 of our new series. So the last 3 weeks have been all about the head, and our next 3 weeks are going to be all about the heart and how what really matters is what's on the inside. So we are going to hear a story today about David and how he got chosen to be king. So let's watch together.
In the time of the Old Testament, God only spoke directly to the prophets. They were the men and women chosen by God to be His messengers. It was during the days of King Saul's reign. Samuel was the appointed prophet. On one particular day, God told Samuel that it was time Saul went into battle against the Amalekites. You see, the Amalekites had treated God's people, the Israelites, very badly when they came out of Egypt. Saul set out to do exactly as God had told Samuel. He sent an army of 210,000 men to destroy the Amalekites. But when Saul saw how good the sheep and cows were, he couldn't resist changing the plan. The army was to take them and bring them home. Not a big deal, right? Wrong. Saul had decided to deliberately disobey God. This was the beginning of the end. It came time for Samuel to appoint a new king for Israel, as God had rejected Saul. God told Samuel to go and see Jesse of Bethlehem, and there God would show him who would be the next king. Once he found Jesse and his family, Samuel met each of Jesse's sons one by one. First, Samuel met Eliab and thought, surely this is the Lord's anointed. But the Lord whispered to Samuel, don't look at how big and tall he is, because I don't. The Lord doesn't look at the things people look at, the outward appearance. The Lord looks at the heart. Abinadab was next. Jesse, his dad, made him walk past Samuel. Samuel probably thought that the second son would be the king, but God said, the Lord has not chosen this one. Then Shammah passed by, and God responded in the same way, saying, nor has the Lord chosen this one. Jesse had 7 of his sons pass before Samuel, but Samuel kept saying to him, the Lord has not chosen these. So he asked Jesse, do you happen to have any more sons? Well, there is still the youngest, but he's out in the fields looking after the sheep, Jesse replied. Well, send for him. I'm not going to sit down and rest until he's arrived. So Jesse did as Samuel had instructed and brought his son David before him. Now David wasn't the tallest or the strongest, but when he arrived, the Lord said, rise and anoint him, for he is the one I have chosen. So Samuel took a horn of oil he had and anointed David in front of all of his brothers. It was from that day onward, David was destined to be king. Isn't it funny how Samuel was looking at the height and strength and age of the next king, while God had other plans? God knew David had a good and pure heart, and that's what he was after. God still looks for the same things today. It doesn't matter what you look like, or how good you are at sports, or art, or singing, or reading. It's who you are with Him. That's what really matters.
How cool was that story? I loved learning about David and how he was chosen. So now we are going to go through 3 points that are going to help us remember the story better. The first one is, others look at the outside, God looks at the heart. Have you guys ever heard the saying, don't judge a book by its cover? Basically what that is saying is that we can't judge someone by the outside and determine their value on the inside. Because what's on the inside is what really counts. Others may look at our appearance and look at how we look on the outside, but God always looks at the heart. That's what's important to God. That's how David was chosen to be king, because he had a heart that wanted to serve, a heart that honored God, and he had a heart for other people. That's what's important to God. So others may look at the outside and others may tell you that's what's important, but what's really important is what's on the inside, because that's what God is looking at. God is looking at if we have a heart to honor Him, serve Him, and love others. So remember, kids, what's on the inside is what really counts. Second point is a heart for God. Just like our physical hearts give our organs and our limbs strength to do things and to move, so our emotional hearts flow into everything we say and we do. So if we have a heart that serves God and worships God and loves Him, then that will flow into everything we do. If we love God and trust God with all our hearts, He will do the rest. Just like in Proverbs it says, lean not on your own understanding, trust Him and submit your ways to Him, and He'll make your path straight. So we can trust Jesus with everything and with every dream and desire we have, and He will do the rest. And our third point is what's on the inside. Have any of you ever broken a bone and then had to go to hospital and get x-rays? I think it's so cool that you can see your bones when you have an x-ray. It's the same when God uses things to challenge us, like hard times, or maybe your friend not being so nice to you at school, or maybe hard tests. Sometimes those things show what's really on the inside. So God will sometimes use tests and hard times to reveal what's actually happening on the inside. And He wants to do that so that we can be better and look more like Him. God never expects us to be perfect or to get everything right. He just wants us to be willing to allow Him to make us more like Him. And sometimes that means we have to change an attitude, or we have to change the way we do things. But we can always trust that Jesus would help us be better every day. So kids, I hope that helps you. Remember this story. We have loved hanging out with you. And next we're going to have our memory verse. And remember, God loves every single one of you, and so do we. We cannot wait to see you next Sunday.